Hello, Wildcats. Mr. Osmussen here, and I am going to give you another infomercial. This one is so what you can expect on how we're going to operate at Mojave Middle School and follow all of the safety practices for COVID-19. As you know, I like to share my screen and go through things with you, and here we go. So this is a really long document, boys and girls. It is an 8-page document. I'm not going to go through everything. Moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas, aunts and uncles, and our students are fully capable of going through and reading this, and we will post it to our website. But I do have some things that are highlighted, and so I'm going to go over the highlighted items. First off, notice that this was updated today, October 2nd, and that's going to change periodically. We might have a change to a practice or a protocol, and I might be adding additional information as time goes on. So I just want to make sure you're aware of that. We're really looking forward to people coming back, but it is our collective behavior that will allow us to remain open and to continue with in-person teaching and learning and our extracurricular activities. So we all have to practice the W and pause. We must work together to make this work. I am fully confident that our students and our teachers and our staff are capable of doing that. And here we go. Family responsibility. I want to talk about this right quick. Parents, it is so critical that we know how to get a hold of you and that you pick up the phone and that your cell phone voice messages are clear, that the voicemail box is not full, preventing us from being able to leave a message with you. That is critical. It's also critical that parents fill out the COVID acknowledgement in Parent View. Students will be excluded, meaning they will not be able to come to school if that has not been filled out. In addition, we're going to send home a student health emergency card that has to be filled out and returned to the school. We need your cooperation to make sure that we can ensure the health, safety, and welfare of your student, all students, and everybody on campus. We're expecting families to monitor their students' health closely. And again, we have to have that contact information so parents, it's expected that you come pick up your child within an hour if we call you to do so. Students, you have some responsibilities too. Wearing the face covering, distancing yourself to the greatest extent possible, using hand sanitizer stations, hand washing stations, your own hand sanitizer, making sure you're following pause. And look here, make sure you bring a reusable water container, a water bottle. Does not have to be a hydro flask, a water bottle to school that you can fill up. The fountains are not something that we can use now. Also, boys and girls, you're going to be bringing your Chromebooks with you to school as part of your school supplies. Face coverings, it's not going to be a thing. And as a reminder, no gaiters, no bandanas, no face masks with valves. And something I would like to share with you, it's really important that your face covering fits your face. So make sure that it goes over the nose, over the mouth. If they're too big, they go like this. And if they're like this, they're no good. So they have to be over the nose and over the mouth. So make sure that you're practicing and using them at all time. And boys and girls, don't pull them away from your mouth when you're talking. That doesn't help the situation. You really just need to leave them alone. Physical distancing, elbows, yes. Hugging, no. Fist bumps, no. High five, no. Handshake, no. Elbows, good. All right, next thing, we're going to be doing a lot of cleaning around here. When it comes to your school supplies, it's the typical stuff, but make sure that you bring with you your own water bottle, your Chromebook, your charger for your Chromebook. You might want to put some tissues inside of your bag. That's important. And as a reminder, we're not sharing things. So please don't ask to borrow a pencil from your friend because we want to prevent the transmission of the virus. Let's not share things, okay? Cell phones, not an issue. They are turned off when you come to school. Boys and girls, we're going to open the building at 7:25, and that's when you can go in. You need to go directly to your first period class and go into that classroom We cannot loiter in the hallways. That's important. Arriving to school, I want to talk about this. We're going to start getting our student IDs in the second week of school. In the third week of school, we're going to really practice. That should have said, I just lied to you, boys and girls. In the second week of school, yes, we are going to be getting our IDs. Then in the third week of school, we practice, heavy focus on using them. Fourth week, fourth week, boy, there's some bloopers in there. Fourth week of school, mandatory, consequences issued if you are not wearing them. We're not going to have that problem because you are fully capable of having your ID with you. I want to talk to moms and dads real quick. You're going to read through this on how you're going to properly drop off your students, but here's the wildcat hint. You cannot drop off your student on the street, on any of the streets that surround Mojave Middle School. You can, however, go 1 block north, 1 block south, 1 block east, 1 block west, and you can drop off on the street there. Your child can walk the remainder of the way, practicing safe street skills, crossing at the crosswalks, right? If that happens, not a problem. If by chance families are dropping off on the street at our school in properly marked areas, please be aware that a citation can be issued by the Scottsdale Police Department for failure to follow those posted signs. Help us all out. It's about traffic flow. It's about us working together as one community. Please do not be that one car that stops in the middle of traffic flow. We all see you. Please don't do that. All right. Boys and girls, if you ride the trolley, remember the trolley is just like a Scottsdale Unified School District transportation. I work very closely with the trolley, and if people are having a hard time, I support them when they trespass you and you're not allowed to ride the trolley for a year. Let's not go down that path. I know that you can practice your pause. All right, we're going to read through this. Boys and girls, if you're arriving late, you have to come through the office, but only if you're coming late. And if you're arriving at 7:40, that means we're marking you tardy. Let's not be marked tardy. And if you're driving, riding your bicycle, walking, skateboarding, you need to plan ahead, backwards design. My recommendation, be here by 7:25. Breakfast, the cafeteria will be open for a grab-and-go breakfast. It'll open at 7:15. Only students that are going to be eating can go in there. When you're done eating, you gotta go. And there are little dots on the floor, and they're not on the floor, dots on the tables, on the seats, and that's gonna keep you 6 feet apart. We all face the same direction. And so that way, when we remove our masks to eat, by the way, I'm buying everybody lanyards, so that way your mask will be with you and it doesn't fall, it doesn't get lost, it stays on you. So with that, please follow through with that. Hallways, we're all walking on the right side. We do a good job with that. I already talked about the importance of hand washing. Water fountains, once again, you must use your reusable from home water bottle because we can't touch the water fountains for the fountain feature, okay? Bathrooms goes without saying, make sure you wash your hands. Going into a classroom, as soon as you go into that classroom, boys and girls, there's no loitering in the hallways. You're gonna get a paper towel from the teacher's gonna spray off your desk and chair. You're gonna wipe that clean. You're gonna throw away your paper towel, go back to your seat, use your hand sanitizer, get your materials out, be prepared to learn. If you are in PE, notice that you're not changing out. Specialty classrooms, band, strings, choir, those things, be flexible. It's going to be a learning moment as we all get into those types of situations, follow the directions from the teachers. Media center, you can't just go in there to check out a book anymore. Mrs. Thomas has shown us how in a screencastify to go online, see what's in there, what's available. You check it out online. She gets a report. She pulls the book, brings it to your first period classroom. When you're done with the book, you're not going back to the library to drop it off. Rather, outside there will be a bin that has a slot. You drop the book in there. We're going to let the book sit for a few days and get COVID free. We'll wash off the outside of the book, and then we'll put it back into circulation. Chromebooks, remember, bring them charged. All right, leaving a classroom, that's simple. You're just going to wait in your seat until it's time to go. I have extended the passing time to 6 minutes because remember, on the east side of the building are the upstairs, on the west side of the building are the downstairs. I know it's going to take a little bit of time for us to find our classrooms, go up, go down. So let's just try to get there as quickly as possible. Lunches are grab and go, okay? And if you are staying for the after-school safe place for student learning, please be advised there is no transportation at 2:30. Parents must fill out the application. No application, you're not on the roster. You're not on the roster, we cannot allow you to attend. Boys and girls, you'll go into the lunchroom or onto the lunch patio. You'll separate yourselves by 6 feet. You'll sit on those dots. And if you bring your lunch, you can go ahead and bring it out, remove your face covering, and begin eating. For the rest of us, we need to wait to make sure that the grab-and-go lunches are being dispersed to those riding the bus and dismissing from the campus. Then the cafeteria staff will come in to help and support you. Boys and girls, you are expected to do your work during that time, all right? Code of conduct will be followed. Students will practice their pause. It's not a thing. We're fully capable. I know that we can do it. We can work together in one learning community. Health office, very important things there. Parents, make sure you read through that. Parent drop-off. We're really not asking for anything to come from home unless it falls into the emergency category. And we all know that, you know, a missing homework assignment, although important, is not an emergency. So that does not fall into that category. Boys and girls, you need to make sure that you have the things you need before you come to school. Visitors are by appointment only. We'll continue to do our parent, student, and teacher conferencing in virtual platforms such as Zoom or Teams or Meets, most likely Zoom though when we're involving moms and dads. Remember my infomercial there? Go ahead and go back and see that. I take you on a tour of the school. Compliance is expected. We all must work together. Students that are not following these simple practices may be asked to go to Scottsdale Online and go to an alternative learning environment. We do not want that. What we want is just everyone to work together as one team for the benefit of one community. It's very simple. It's all that I ask. That is what I have to share. Be sure to go back and read through that for specificity and make sure that you know what everything's going on, because right now I expect you to know what these simple practices are. Moms and dads, students, if you need additional information, please don't hesitate to reach out to me by email. That's my infomercial. Looking forward to doing the next one. Until then, as always, stay mighty, Mojave.